Hey, what's going on, guys? That was Home, or Prologue, by Time Cop, 1983. We're doing more Death Stranding today. I don't really have anything. I never have anything interesting to say. I don't know. Hop back into this. I guess I should probably put it up on my main screen instead of off the side, right? Alright. We left off reading lore. We just got Lou back. BB. I think we were making our way down to that bottom left area.
That's it, Lisa. Don't be shy. Just like we used to. Come on. Keep up. Sorry. Did I wake you up? Today's Mommy's birthday. It's also the anniversary of when we first met.
All right, we weren't even in a. We were in a little pod. Forgot about that. All right, so if I remember correctly, we were heading southish, southwest. We were trying to get down here, yeah? Right, I gotta take the order about it. Yeah, we got shit going to the Mountaineer still all the way up. Should probably finish that order.
All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Keep on keeping on.
Wow, 1,000 likes. Recycle the special alloys.
Delivering cargo. Thank you for your continued support.
Yep. Thermal pad. That's all. It's in private storage here. Okay.
Thank you for your
Tar extraction. Oh, right. We got to do this biologist first before we... Okay. before we do that. Cool.
Order assigned. Weapons restrictions lifted. Keep on keeping on.
Gotta figure out how to get out of here too. Wish you could look at the map while you're zipping along these things too. Won't let me pause. These zip lines are great though. Wonder what becomes of them when they deteriorate. Do they just die? They just run out. Oh no, I'm gonna go down to the ground. Fuck. Oh boy.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID route. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Delivering cargo.
Sam, I'm glad you're here. The cargo's in excellent condition. Thank you very much.
Why is this guy dressed like he's from Star Trek? Mars Red.
Tell me, do you have any use for this? If
High density ceramics. All right. Useful for making roads, I suppose.
all right, best get back to work. Good work.
Let's give it right back to him.
Delivering cargo. Thank you for your continued support.
I got two things going to the roboticist. I don't even know if I have shit going over there. I might have to walk. Oh my god. That's a lot more than I thought. Holy fucking shit. I don't want to carry that by hand. I hope none of these had a time limit. I didn't even see.
Thank you for your contribution.
No, I don't have a direct link there.
You can do it.
Weapons restriction lifted.
We'll make our way over there. We just gotta go the long way. I suppose we could have tried the vehicle, but I don't think that would have worked very well. It's very mountainous over here, you know? If you couldn't tell. Alright, I gotta get off at Hartman's lab. I gotta walk over to the next one. Realistically, we should be able to get to all of them from there, but...
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. All clear. Welcome, San Porter Bridges.
Look how that rope's going through the glass. What's this rope doing? Who's using that rope to climb up here? Oh, they're using it to climb over there. I see. Sure, let's... Might as well if it's here, right?
Weapons restrictions lifted.
That's a generator. That's not a... There definitely was a thing here. Oh, is that it? Oh, it's so far away. So far away. Of course, I can't get through that. Alright, it's not gonna work.
Beginning scan. Scan and bridges. Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Find a good spot for it. It's gonna be really close to the other one, probably, but... Yeah, there's the other one. See, I don't know who placed that one. It might have been me, but if they had just taken the time to figure out a good spot. Like, that works for almost everything. That wasn't me. I don't have music on mine, so... See, that's a good spot, except you can't see any of the ones over there. What's going on, Dragon?
Construction complete.
What's going on with you today, man? Anything? Yeah, some of the ones that I had been using from last time, I think, may have disappeared. I don't know if they were mine that disappeared, or if they were other people's that disappeared, or what, but...
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID.
Which is fine, but...
Clear. All weapons will remain locked.
just makes it a little more difficult for me.
Cargo verified. Thank you.
This is like not at all the amount of cargo I need to bring over here either. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to find nice places to put them, but I don't always choose the best
There
spots.
you are. Huh. That's a good haul.
Watch this delivery path of me zipping around. I almost have 5 stars up there too. That'll be it. Delivery bot, hologram data. Trophy earned, deliveries done. Save data, order in progress, high bounce spring delivery, robot assist. What? Oh, I was trying to back up my data and I can't. My save. Complete 36 standing orders. Nice. I have the owner's permission to what? Rest of that shelter?
Man like you needs all the help he can get. Here's a little something from me.
Another package for you. I can't even tell what it was. I was a star. Right.
You're the best, Sam. I owe you. Come back anytime.
I don't remember what the stars even do.
New order available. Please access delivery terminal for...
They don't do anything? Okay, perfect. It'd be perfect if I could put a bunch along this ridge line right here, but I really don't want to traverse it. Just take the zip lines around.
Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Standing bridges ID restrictions lifted.
I did not know. I don't think I did. Yeah, I should eventually do that, but... Yeah, see, this was the one I didn't want to go to, because this one is useless. Whoever built this one here, like, it blocks off the rest of the mountain. That's so dumb. Yeah, I should do that, but... To be honest, to walk across the ridgeline... To place them, I don't want to do that. I'll just ride the zip lines a little longer. Well, it takes an extra minute. At most. This series does connect over to mountain, not I believe. If I'm not mistaken. I've been trying to build mine in such a way that they're connected. Oh, the useless one. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that does connect over there. But so I think the one that I built next to it does as well. If I'm not mistaken. Oh, this is the mountain you were talking about. Okay, so then yes, I did build one that goes over it. I don't know the mountain ridge names or anything like that, unfortunately. Yeah, I built one right next to the useless one that connects a couple of them, but yeah, it would be nice if they were all connected that way, but to be honest, to spend the time to go back and correct it when I can ride an extra 2 zip lines is just like, I'll deal with it, you know. Shit. Yeah, seriously is what I'm saying. I didn't even touch the thing. Oh, I even went too far. Son of a bitch. Didn't I? I did. What's going on, Dr. Nick? How you doing, man? The safe house here as a bike. All right. Yeah, I'll do that when I start going southward. Baby, please. What's going on with you, Dr. Nick? I did read that message about the charger, but I've been running around like crazy lately. I didn't get a chance to reply. Chicken parm. I don't know. So I went to do my laundry a little earlier today, and I put it all in, and I went next door. It's a little deli, and so I went and I ordered a sandwich. It was one of the specials, no tomato, right? I don't think I can even carry all these. Maybe. No. So I order it, no tomato. And they're like, all right, we'll bring it out to you. Why I'm doing this? Because I want to complete all the orders. Not all the orders, but I just don't want to leave it as an open order. Just for me. So I go sit down and wait, you know. I got 20 minutes or whatever till my laundry's done. And I get it. And there's tomato on it. No, whatever. It's not that hard to take tomato off. So I take it off and I'm eating. I finish it and I'm a little late. It's been like 22 minutes. And I go and I wait to pay. And they're just fucking helping every other person they can before they help me. Just like, oh, really? Come on. I don't think they realized I was ready to pay, but it's just like, oh, I'm standing here at the register. Can you just bring me up so I can go next door and pay? Like move my laundry from the washer to the dryer? But yeah, I know the robot assist is maxed. I just don't want it to be an open order. I insulted them by removing the tomato. I don't even think they realized that I removed it. They insulted me by leaving tomato on when I asked for it to be off. How's that? It was chicken cutlets, Munster cheese, a little bit of Russian dressing, and tomato and lettuce. I think I said some of those other ones, but I just wanted the tomato off. That's all. NBD. I don't know. I know some people order it and just pull it off. But I feel like, why am I going to waste tomato? You know what I mean? Somebody else eats tomato. You're gonna tell Tomato Gaming? That's fine. Probably doesn't even know who I am. Probably. He doesn't know who I am, I can guarantee you.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
We got the couple degrees of separation going on, because I know Vinny knows him. But that doesn't really do anything for me.
Beginning scan. Weapons restrictions lifted.
I'm gonna see if I can build one at the very top of this ridge. You watch, top of this ridge is gonna be full of BTs. Why would you ask me something like that? I don't care. The chuckle, yeah. I'm sure. This is perfect. It connects to none of these. Really? Really? Come on, baby. It's alright, BB. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I saw that, but to be honest, I don't usually build all that much, so I'm not super worried. We'll see what happens. If I need to take some stuff down, I can. I mean, I mostly built roads before, and now I'm mostly building zip lines, so... If this is what my life becomes, and that's what my life becomes, I guess. Yeah, I have been trying to connect up as much as I can. Don't think I can quite get that other one linked up. No. Alright. Okay. Let me get around a little bit better. Like I said, it's just help move around a little faster. I know it's not ideal, but I'm not really trying to have the most idealetic layout here. Just trying to get one that looks nice and works. And I got one more I gotta bring over there, and then I'm done with that. I kind of wish the zip lines weren't so much louder than everything else, but like I said, I'm just trying to clear out some orders I already started. I'm aware that it's not really doing a ton for me, but oh shit, I said no to optimization. Not really a whole ton I can optimize here, to be honest. Oh, alright, yeah, that works. That way they just don't appear in my opened orders.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Yeah, it's true. I could upgrade him. I don't think it'll be too crazy of a trip to get to that one that's not connecting. It's like two nodes away, so. Shoelaces scrape the ground there. Put me in the most perilous place possible, please.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified.
Finish this order.
Delivering cargo.
Just the man I've been waiting to see. Huh. That's a good haul.
That's a good haul.
You're the best, Sam. I owe you. Come back anytime.
All right.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for
So there's one more order I want to clear out before we do anything. Doctor, yeah, we're gonna pass that out of the way. Oops. What does the doctor need high bounce springs for?
order assigned. Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Weapons restrictions lifted.
Who built this one? All right, I remember. It wasn't me, but shit, that's not the one I wanted to go to. I wanted to go to one of those two. It's Hartman's place. A rainbow? Upside down rainbow? The doctors, which is right over there too. We'll see. Maybe one day I will.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected.
You ordered a pizza? Nice.
Weapons will be locked until departure. Cargo verified. Delivering cargo.
And a cookie. Oh, big spender, huh?
The porter. Excellent. Excellent. Everything appears to be in perfect condition.
Of course. Yeah, it works too.
Oh, by the way, I came across... You're more than welcome.
High capacity blood bag. Nice. Do I not have any blood bags at all in my pouch? What happened to them all?
Do remember not to neglect your health.
Good work. New.
Oh, that's not good.
Order assigned. Delivery parameters updated. Time
Move, you dumb bike! Motherfucker, why? Who brought their bike here anyway? There's no way to get your bike here. Goddamn fools.
weapons restrictions lifted.
No, I didn't build that bridge. It's somebody else's bridge. It can fudge off. I don't need it. So what, they got their bike from that and then rode it over there? I guess they could have rode down that path too. But... this feels so dumb. Like, don't take your bike. It's a mountain. Oh, can it? No.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked until departure. Cargo verified. Thank you. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Someone's happy.
Hey, Sam. Welcome back. Tough journey as always, I bet. Wow, how did you get this here so fast? I tell you, you never fail to impress.
I had the BTs carry it over here. A minute and 45 seconds. That was a do not submerge one too. Very good. God, that barely is making a dent on that 5-star or the 4-star rating, 3-star rating, whatever it is.
We're going to get through.
And that was a premium one too.
Thank you.
Oh, right. His fucking clothing we never got. Alright, we'll do that in a minute. I have these items here that I still have to deliver. Power gloves? Am I not wearing power gloves? I could have sworn. What happened to all my items? Still wearing the legs. That's good. I think when I got back from wherever it was, they put all my items in the locker or something, and I didn't pick any of them out, I guess.
Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey. Keep on keeping on.
Here's the road.
Drop by whenever you want.
I need this.
Weapon restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be weapons restrictions lifted.
Yeah, you joke about S for shit, but like, I have what, two and a half stars or whatever, and like, it was not fucking budging when I delivered all those premium deliveries. So I don't know if it's expecting like higher end stuff or me to find lost things instead or what, but it really didn't do all that much for me, unfortunately. But that's the way it is, I guess, you know? You know, it'd be great if they had helicopters. It'd totally break the game, but you already got the circular landing pads that you can make.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until the...
Yes, deliver cargo. Watch. This I picked up so long ago. The route is going to be crazy. It's going to be my entire time in the mountains. You watch.
Delivering cargo.
Yeah, a little gyrocopter wouldn't hurt.
Thanks for dropping by. It sure is good to see you. To think you got this here without so much as a single scratch to show for it.
Yeah.
You gotta give me a few tips sometime.
Watch this path. Watch this path. That doesn't include all the time we spent in fucking World War II, whatever that was, as well.
And by the way, I got you a little...
Custom chiral climbing anchor. Nice.
If there's ever anything I can do for you, just say the word. Good work.
Give me 5 stars about that. Okay, so let's go do that order for getting Dead Man's clothes back. If we count the time travel as deviation from the path, yeah, right?
Weapons restrictions lifted. Beginning scan. Weapons restrictions lifted.
What's going on, Chris? How you doing? Ooh. I hear there was a big thing about. That's not the one I meant to go do, but okay. There's a big thing about the new Bond theme. I saw memes about it. I don't know exactly what's up with it, but looks like a boat, doesn't it? It's the anime protagonist that made the new theme. What? I don't know what anime you're referring to be honest.
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected.
The James Bond anime?
All clear. Welcome Sam Porter Bridges.
Oh, Billie Eilish. Eilish? I don't even know how to say her name. Made it? Oh, very nice. Billie Eilish. Metals and ceramic. Yeah, build the road. Oh, there we go. Oh. We're almost done. I didn't even need to donate that much. Well, shit. Just need 640 metals. Eilish, yeah. Makes sense. I don't know, but I haven't listened to it yet. I usually enjoy them, to be honest, along with the visuals. I feel like it fits the Bond world well, usually, you know. But
Verifying ID. Clear. Weapons detected. All weapons will be locked until the party. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges. Decontaminating suit. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
you know, listen to superior music like Hoobastank. I don't think I've ever sought out Hoobastank personally, but
Thank you for your continued support.
you don't think anyone has. Rip. All right. Claiming metal. We need 600 something metal, so I think that ought to do it. And let me pick up that order as well. To collect dead man's clothing from up there. There's no time limit on this, I don't believe.
Thank you for your contribution. Beginning scan. Have a pleasant journey.
I don't know, I really like Skyfall. The theme for Skyfall. When Skyfall.
Weapons for beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. Weapon.
The structure menu and the pause menu are the same button. Alright, here it is. You know, I like Casino Royale's theme. I can't remember off the top of my head. I remember the video being pretty dope. There's a lot of animated stuff in that one, right? Like drawn almost. Nice. No? Alright, maybe I'm thinking of a different one. See, I'd watch it, but that's like an instant, like, VOD mute. Twitch ban, you know? Yeah, not Twitch ban, but
Weapons restrictions lifted.
I suppose I could watch it and just not put it on stream, but yeah, actually, let's go up by the roboticist. sky fall. Wait, where the fuck is this stupid goddamn thing I'm going to? Did it fucking disappear? Looks like Beta Super Hot. The Skyfall, I mean the Casino Royale movie video. Music video, that one. Yeah. That might have been what I was thinking of. Also, I think one of the fucking zip lines got destroyed while I was in that thing. I know it didn't. I just don't know how to navigate around here, apparently. How would it get destroyed? They deteriorate over time. Or it could have been somebody else's that got despawned or something, maybe. We're going up here, yeah. No, I'm still humming Skyfall. That was stuck in my head.
Beginning scan. Scanning bridges ID. Verifying weapons restrictions lifted.
What is that? Looks like it's broken. Oh, it's the fucking watchtower. When sky falls. It's going for me. Yeah, it's 2019. You can't make music without stealing from someone. 2020. Why is he covered in milk crates? He's going to the dairy farmer's house. That's why. No, they're all just items. Jesus.
Of course. It's my luck.
Some of the items that you can use, like guns and stuff, come in squares that you pop them out of. It's alright, Lou. fucking go take a nap. Dairy farmer lives in the mountains where it snows, so it comes out as ice cream instead of milk. Yes. He gets milkshakes instead of raw milk. Good leg clip there. You see that? We still gotta get back after this too. I should have brought one of those carriers so I could just sled down. I like how eating them off of that heals a little bit of health, but eating one that's in your pocket heals you to full. Really? Is this the kind of shit that you're making me do? Look at all that stuff from Mount Knot City. Oh, because it's dude's carrying it. It's like, look at all that shit.
Hey, mine's heavier. Today's a good day.
Nice. He's gonna be my own blood? Don't pull my weapon out. What's creepy? The milk coming out as ice cream? Or the dude's wandering around in the wastes like that. Oh yeah, they're just waiting for me to take the item from them. Good, stop fucking doing that, capture card. Still know why I was doing that. I guess I could increase the buffer, but I really don't want to. That's more delay. More delatency. Either that or they're not agreeing on like frame rate or sample rate or... I wonder if that's compensation for the PlayStation dropping frames sometimes. Where am I even going? It's alright, Lobster. It could be better. I mean, it's a little bit of a pain that I have to do laundry off-site, but elsewise, it's fine, I suppose. Can you say the F word? You have to have enough grinning gears to buy the privilege. Assuming the F word is fuck. Dr. Nick, you're gonna get timed out. Why am I even going to pick this up? IO 69 420 gears. Well, what's nice is if I go into chat in my own channel, it says I have an infinity, so I'll pay those to myself later. It actually genuinely does say that I have infinity on my own channel. Can I buy you an F-word pass? I think I can only buy them for myself, unfortunately. This was the hut that they were in. Oh, look, it actually marked where their clothes are.
I know, it must be tough, look.
No, it doesn't work that way. I see what you're trying to do. Also, to be honest, I use Chatty, not Twitch chat. And so I can't actually see when people redeem them. I gotta go look later.
It's kind of delicious.
Oh, gross. Don't tell me the bugs are delicious. There it is. I went way too far. I don't need to be up here. Don't go down there. Good luck owning a house now. Yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm doing about buying a place. Because I signed a year lease, so I'm here for a year at least. I mean, I know it's possible to break those leases too, but... Can I use this to go sideways? Yeah.
Keep on keeping on.
Am I gonna swing if I do this? Oh, please don't swing. Oh yeah, you start swinging. Oh yeah. You can't go left or right either. Like I'm holding left. It's taking me up. Just steal someone else's house. Yeah, I suppose I could try and do that. I don't think that would work, but I suppose it can't hurt trying, yeah. Become a squatter, yeah. Well, there's a problem. Lou, we didn't even fall. So I don't pay any maintenance fees. This is a private apartment. It's not a apartment complex. So I don't pay any maintenance fees. Or utilities. The only utility I'm paying for is internet. The rest of it is included in my bill. Let's go on, Barrel. Oh, BB, please. Please, buddy. Alright, stop. Just gotta ask nicely. Some places it's separate. And so you'd have to make an account with like the water company or the electric company and all that. But in this case, mine is not separate. Mine is included in my rent. Like I said, the only thing I pay separately for is the internet. And I have my own account with the internet provider and pay for it and all that. How much do I want to bet that you pay off your loan before you get 69 420 gears? Somebody's already redeemed it once.
There we go.
Well, you might charge maintenance fees even though they're selling the unit to me, so you're wondering if you're getting a short end of the rod. Yeah, I don't know. That really all depends on what your agreement with them is, you know? I don't know if I could even answer that for you. It also depends. Are you're moving into them? If they are charging you a fee directly to them, I would say that those utilities should be covered. You're a little over 53K. And you're getting there. Once you're gonna say a big swear, all right, not too big. It's still a Christian stream. Distro South, no. All caps. You can say it in all caps. That's fine. I will allow it. Look, a truck. See, this is why we used the zip lines before. You want to find the longest swear word?
Good to have you back. Couldn't have made it this far without you.
Yeah, if that's over my shoulder to the left, I'm not worried about it. You almost done with your car loan? Nice, dude. I was fortunate enough that I was able to pay off my car loan and my student loan. My car loan, my student loan first, then my car loan. No, I actually did my car loan first while I was working. Before I moved out here, so. Got a lot for the Mountaineer we're finding. Kyle Artist, no. You'll make the longest swear word. Oh god, we're gonna get sucked into the goo, aren't we?
There we go.
Let's go on, Scum. You haven't touched your student loans? I mean,
Okay, just a bit further now.
especially if you have... I don't know what the actual word is called, but sometimes when you get your loans, you have a grace period after you graduate where you don't earn any interest. And there's no real problem in taking that time to get established and all that shit, you know? 11 years? I don't know if the grace periods go that far, but... Alright, let's deliver this cargo here. Just be in school forever. Life hack, yes.
Hey, Sam. Look, I'm sorry.
Oh, another one?
Once again, but we wouldn't ask if it wasn't important. Wow, you really took great care of everything. I mean, honestly, you'd be hard pressed to call this anything.
I'm doing right. Ah, yes, it flew through the storm, but it's still perfect. The guy who rolled down a mountain, yes, exactly. My path up, I went past it, and I came down a different path. That still worked.
We're going to get through this. Thank.
I know, it's also fortunate that when my grandmother passed, she left, she left enough money that I was able to just pay off the rest of my car, basically, to me. So that was very fortunate, which helped a lot. It's hard to find motivation to play it. I feel like we're starting to get to the really good point, but what orders do we have? No. Yeah, I'll take any of the Mountaineer ones. Let me go see the Mountaineer. You'd still like to pay it, but money? Yeah, no, I understand. It took me a long time to get mine. I think 4 or 5 years to pay mine off, so. But I was also working full-time, more than full-time. I was working 70 hours, 80 hours a week sometimes, and I was, living with my parents, so I didn't have to pay rent, you know, which was very fortunate for me as well. But it's one of those things that, like, paying off more in the beginning will save you a lot more in the end. You know what I mean? Because of all the interest compounding and all that. Compounding?
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Or sometimes you can have somebody else pay off the loan. You know, take it over basically, and now you pay somebody else, but it's a lower interest rate and stuff like that. You know. It's another thing that people do. Ooh, excuse me. I need to grab some more iced tea. No, not C. That's actually really close. Oh, that's a nice fist. Should be nice payback. Alright. Let's drop this shit off and then we'll go do that quest we need for the main story. You go examine the tar pits. So true story. Those of you who remember the tar pits from GTA, the tar pits from LA Noire, those tar pits actually do exist in real life. Obviously, a PCC level 2. So yeah, those tar pits do exist in real life, and people have actually scuba dived in them. Self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Self-contained under tar breathing apparatus. I guess that wouldn't change. It's still under. But they special divers have dove in the tar looking for evidence for murders and stuff, and they have found weapons and stuff in there. Oh, I'm sure there were tons of bones down there. Any animals that wandered in and died. But yeah, maybe there's more than that. There's human bones, who knows? But
thank you for coming.
there's a podcast called Criminal
Think you got this here without so
that
much
did an
as a
episode that
single
covered
scratch
that.
to show for it. You gotta give
Highly
me a few
recommended.
tips sometime.
Yeah, I'm not really scared of deep water, but I am scuba certified. And I will say that even while scubaing, what is it? I'm not really claustrophobic, but you start feeling it when you're scuba diving. Even 20 feet down, 40 feet down, though, where I took my dive test wasn't that deep.
By the way, I got you.
But you start feeling it. Feeling a little Scooby-ish, yeah. Another chiral anchor, nice.
If there's ever anything I can do for you, just say the word.
Thanks. Give me 5 stars. That's what it is.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further
He's a huge coward about it. Well, you know what? It actually is very,
weapons restrictions lifted.
I don't want to say dangerous. It's not dangerous, but look at this Mountaineer. It's 2 feet away from him. Hey, what do you throw the fucking milk bottle out the door and be like, we lost it. Sorry, honey. Can't feed the kid. Not dangerous, but there's like things that if you don't know, like it's really easy to get disoriented, you know. And unfortunately, some of the yes, I want to return it. Oh, we dropped off that PCC as well. Unfortunately, because of the way that like oxygen deprivation works and all that,
Thanks for dropping by.
you'll never know that you're getting disoriented. You know what I mean? You can't really put the
Everyone does.
the keys together to figure it out. Trying to see if I can figure out.
If there's ever anything I can do for you, just say the word.
Good work. New order available. Please access delivery terminal for further information.
Damn, somebody wrote a really succinct couple paragraphs. Yeah, here it is. Should I read this, or do you wanna read it on your own? It's actually genuinely scary.
Thank you.
Weapons restrictions lifted.
Oh, I should have checked to see what orders there were. Oops. Yeah, you really can't change your elevation quickly at all. In fact, spending 10 minutes at certain depths could mean several hours until you can reach the surface. Like, genuinely, you have to spend a certain amount of time at all these different depths in order to I believe it's denitrogenize your blood and your joints, if I'm not mistaken. Those were the guys who were carrying it before. Oh yeah, 100% not to dive alone. 100% you should have a dive watch. I mean, if you're spending all this money to go diving, and I'm not talking about just once for vacation where you're with a guide, but like actually gonna spend time diving, there's no reason not to have one or even two dive watches, you know? Because they can detect the pressure and they can tell you if you're moving too quickly in any direction and how much longer you need to wait at certain heights to be safe to leave and all this. By the way, I think those guys that we saw a couple minutes ago, those right there, those dudes, I think those are the same guys we saw way before coming in.
Hello, Sam Porter Bridges.
Astronaut diver Jay, we talked about doing night dives. Oh boy, yeah, that's fucking scary, dude. Here, I'm gonna paste in chat the if I can figure out how to work computers. Select all, copy. Oh, there it is. That's the story I was talking about. And this guy goes on to describe the feelings that you feel while just going to take a closer look at a cave. Not go in a cave, just swim down a little further just to look at a cave, and getting disoriented and not even like orientation disoriented, but like just disoriented in general and not being able to get yourself out, and basically the process of you drowning because you can't figure out what's going on. And it's this long story, and you read through it all and you're like, oh god, this probably took like 15 minutes for somebody to get disoriented, and it's like, no, it's like 3 minutes and then you're dead, because all you wanted to do was swim down a couple feet to look at a cave. Like, you have to really know what you can and can't do. Where's that guy going? But yeah, I would definitely recommend taking a read at that. Like I said, I am dive certified, but if I ever go diving again,
Let's go.
I basically need to take at least a refresher course, and I'd be pretty limited as to how deep I would let myself go. Not even how deep I'm allowed to go, how deep I would let myself go. It's scary stuff, man.
Your work is great.
It's not something you just decide to do, you know. Get our stamina back and get BB back to
Good morning, Sam. Blood
good.
collection complete.
And get some extra hematic grenades. Excuse me, hematic, blood bags, that's what I meant. And lore. We got a ton of lore to do, actually, as well. The Mountaineer. How's that climbing anchor treating you? Thanks for helping me out back there, Sam. Out of curiosity, have you had a chance to use that climbing anchor I gave you? It's pretty special, you know. The missus used to use it. We custom made it for her by a chiral craftsman. Oh, it was custom made for her by a chiral craftsman. It's super light and durable, just the thing for rough terrain like this. She wants you to have it. Her way of thanking you for helping to bring our baby boy into the world. Here's hoping you get plenty of use of it. Out of it. The Mountain Guide. We've picked a name. Dear Sam, I thought you should know that our son is in good health, which is a relief, because I was so nervous giving birth with just the two of us here. But the doc gave me great advice, and in the end, it felt like he was here in the room with us. I also wanted to say that if you hadn't shown up when you did, the baby of ours might not be here. I might not be here. The doc was a huge help, of course. There's no denying we owe so much to the generosity of many people. But it all began with you, which is why we're going to name him Sam. Oh, very nice. I pray that, as he grows older, he'll bring people together just like you. People can still have children. Yeah, it seems like it. Maybe people aren't just because of the situation as much, but... Dear Sam, thanks to you, the chiral contamination's all cleared up. Nasty symptoms, though. Dizziness, headaches, insomnia. At first, I was worried it was all down to my isolation in this shelter and the intense focus on my research for the past year. But it got real bad when the nightmares started. I saw the end of the world, a portal to the beach opening, and BTs pouring through by the thousands. There was nowhere to run, no time, and they began scooping us up one by one. And then the voidouts came, bigger and bigger, until a massive one, or several massive ones, enveloped the whole world, and poof, just like that. When I told Hartman about it, he likened it to the visions and extinction of doom sufferers. Oh, the visions of extinction doom sufferers tend to experience. It's strange, though, after all. We now have incontrovertible proof that Corellium is far from a recent addition to our world. Anyway, that's a problem for a different day. The important thing is that I'm cured, and it's all thanks to you. Right? That read was crazy. I remember reading that a couple months ago and being like, shit. You know, the roboticist. Are humans all that important? Couldn't stay away, huh? Glutton for punishment, I reckon. Then let me bore you a little more. I told you before about drone syndrome and delivery independence, right? Turns out there's an interesting little theory. Both might be reactions to, against might be a better way of putting it, the possibility of the singularity. Humans don't want to stop being human. And the Death Stranding, that was mankind's last ditch to attempt to remain its sense of self. We caused it somehow, because we couldn't bear the thought of losing our identity. Makes a sort of sense, no? Humans have beaches, humans become BTs, humans cause void outs. It all comes back to us. We die, sure, but at least we die with a bang, not a whimper. Maybe our next step should be to try and make the singularity happen for real. Get rid of us once and for all. I mean, I don't actually think that way, you know. I don't. You know I don't. But sometimes I can almost see the logic in it. What's the measure of a man? What's the value in fighting tooth and nail to keep him around? Is it ever too much? Can't help wondering. I'll tell you, I hate to die and come back as a BT and stir up trouble. Better to be rid of the flesh, don't you think, Sam? Maybe diving isn't for you. I mean, if you are safe and you have somebody there who knows what they're doing and you know what you're doing, it's fine. It's really the situations where you go against what people have told you to do. You know what I mean? I don't know. How do you move your PC without destroying it? Me personally, if you have air-cooled CPU cooler, I would remove the CPU cooler and clean up all the thermal paste off and box the CPU cooler differently to keep that flexing strain off of it. And I would also probably pull out the GPU and put that in a you know, properly anti-static bag and do that separately. It's too smooth to take it apart. So they also sell expanding foam. Not like the kind you spray, but they're actually in bags, and you kind of break the pod in the bag, and it expands in the bag to form like a mold, and you can use that inside the computer. You'd have to look it up though. Either that or me personally, what I do, I don't take mine apart. I lay it on its back so that the CPU cooler and the GPU are standing upright instead of on, horizontal on the side like this. They don't flap like this. They can only go like wiggle left and right like that. And I do that. But if you're moving overseas and you have to like check these things and like put them in somebody's care to move them, I would say, yeah, look into the expanding foam in a bag. They will have proper anti-static ones for shipping, you know, for electronics. You'll just have to find them. Yeah, when I moved, I put mine in the car myself, and I laid it down on its back and, you know, made sure that it didn't jangle around too much. But I also don't have an air cooler, so that took a lot of strain off the motherboard. It was really only my CPU that I worried about. Oh, my GPU, excuse me. The Spiritualist. A snapshot of ages past. Ages past. Sam, do you recall the handprint you brought me? Well, I hope you're sitting down, because when I analyzed it, I discovered that it was 65 million years old. It dates back to the late Cretaceous period, when the dinosaurs became extinct. I did fear that perhaps it was just the rock, and the handprint itself had been added much later. But that seems not to be the case. Could someone have traveled through time via the beach in order to leave it? If not, how could it possibly have been made? I plan to look into the matter further, and will get in touch as I learn more. If you happen to stumble across anything that might shed light on the mystery, you'll let me know, won't you? You put mine in ears in the passenger seat with a seatbelt for safety? Yeah. All right, Lobster, have a good one, man. God, we got more interviews. Neanderthals are not extinct. Hartman, 3 years ago, Bridges HQ. Both Neanderthals and Homo sapiens are believed to share a common ancestor in the form of Homo heidelbergensis. But there are clear differences between the two. Neanderthals were brutish and brawny, well equipped to hunt larger animals and survive in colder climates, whereas Homo sapiens were slender-limbed and only capable of hunting small prey. But as the millennia passed, Homo sapiens learned to create tools and hunt in packs. The Neanderthals, who actually had larger brains than the Homo sapiens, also fashioned tools of their own, but they were crude in comparison and developed little over 200,000 years. Perhaps because these simple-minded beings favored small family units, so that even if a breakthrough occurred, it was unlikely to be shared with others. This isolation, more than any other factor, seems to have led to their decline. Homo sapiens, meanwhile, conceived religion, which large numbers of individuals could be bound together in service to a common cause. Strength in numbers also made their communities more resistant to famine and other calamities. In other words, Homo sapiens grew stronger through interpersonal connections, by creating what came to be known as a society. We live in a society. if we persist in our divided state, we risk losing this hard-won unity and dooming ourselves to the Neanderthal's fate. God. Oh, shit, that's why. I'm moving the wrong thing. We will dwindle and die apart and alone. But history holds another intriguing lesson. Homo sapiens did not disdain Neanderthals. The two species intermingled on occasion. Our DNA retains vestiges of our ancient cousins even now. You see, while a species itself may disappear, its genetic legacy may endure. Buy an airplane ticket for the computer and dress it up like a kid? Yeah. It'd be perfect. Cro-Magnon? I have no idea what that is. Hartman's Theory of Evolution. Hartman. 1 year ago, Hartman's lab. The evolution of life on Earth could be described as the evolution of consciousness. When the first vertebrates clambered out of the oceans and onto the land, their consciousness expanded to process the new realm that lay before them. But their development did not end there. Their eyes moved from their flanks to their fronts, that they might comprehend the depth of the world. Mammals formed groups, increasing their chances of survival. Eventually, they came together in communities, and then larger societies. In order to preserve and maintain these structures, humans developed a perception of time. And in order for studies to outlast the lifespan of individuals, we conceived of an afterlife, and a future beyond ourselves. Alas, the Death Stranding threatens to undo all our progress. Consider the chiral network, which incorporates the beach, where time does not exist. Or consider timefall, which rapidly accelerates the degradation of that which it comes into contact with. How can our sense of time, honed over millions of years, remain intact when we must cope with such irrational phenomena? Yet, that is the tip of the proverbial iceberg. We are growing apart, retreating into isolation, gradually losing our place within society. I would even go so far as to say our conceptions of reality are under threat. How could they not be, when our very eyes deny the invisible BT that stands before us? The Stranding has warped our consciousness in every sense. If the evolution of life on Earth is indeed akin to the evolution of consciousness, then what is happening now is undeniably a regression, is it not? There is one caveat, of course. Some of us are now far more aware of death than we ever were. That is what Dooms has given us. For me, therefore, Dooms is not merely a biological change. I prefer to think of it as the means by which I have achieved a new form of consciousness. Furthermore, I hope I can believe that this is a new awareness of the other side is humanity's trump card as we seek to defeat the Death Stranding. Umbilical cords in Devonian-era fossils. Hartman, 3 months ago, Hartman's lab. An article from an old scientific journal was recently brought to my attention. It predates the Death Stranding and concerns the discovery of a 38 million year old fossil, one of the Devonian era, to give the period its proper name. It was a fossil of a fish. In its womb was a child connected to its mother by an umbilical cord, no less. The species? Master Pisces attenboroughi. It is a placoderm, an extinct class of armored marine creatures that used to live in the seas of this world. Unfortunately, most were wiped out during the Devonian era, right around the time of the second of the Big Five, in fact. As you may be aware, one of the key foci in my research is the link between creatures with umbilical cords and mass extinction. Once this area is connected to the chiral network, it is my hope that we'll be able to piece together more data that will help us learn more about the link between umbilical cords and the Death Stranding. So I didn't know there's more interviews. Named after David Attenborough? Who knows? Interview with the paleontologist. 1 year ago, personal shelter. In the period since the very first forms of life arose here on Earth, the planet has witnessed a number of mass extinctions. And as you're no doubt aware, the most significant of these are known as the Big Five. The first marked the end of the Ordovician period, while the next and the end of while the next at the end of the Devonian period wiped out almost all marine life. But the third of these extinctions at the end of the Permian period about 250 million years ago was even worse. 96% of all marine organisms and 70% of land organisms died as a result. The fourth extinction finished off most large reptiles, though the dinosaurs managed to hold on until the fifth came along at the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago. We humans are evolved from the small mammals which managed to survive that particular catastrophe. Each of these 5 extinctions resulted from the enormous changes in the natural environment. Species were unable to adapt to these changes. Species which were unable to adapt to these changes perished, while those which were ideally suited to evolve and thrive did just that. Evidence from records which predate the Death Stranding indicate that many scholars believe the 6th mass extinction was on its way, or that it may have already begun. There was something of a consensus regarding it as well, humanity's destruction of the environment. This led them to sound the alarm, warning the world of what was at stake. At the time, the greatest of minds of the era believed that if the ecosystem could be preserved, and if humanity could learn to live in harmony with nature, then a future could be secured for all the world's species, humans included. But that was then, and this is now. If the phenomenon we are currently experiencing is indeed the 6th extinction, then it must be acknowledged that humanity is its main target. Is this divine punishment for our misdeeds? If so, then I suppose that there is little that can be done. Perhaps there is no way forward for humanity now. Nevertheless, I refuse to give up. I will endeavor to find hope in our predicament. Interview with the geologist. 1 year ago, personal shelter. I remember it was just before I joined the expedition when I found those documents in Bridges HQ, research papers that predated the Death Stranding. People used to believe that dinosaurs had gone extinct at the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago. But when this fellow investigated various locations where the late Cretaceous dino fossil had been found, he came to the startling conclusion that there was hardly any evidence anywhere on Earth that supported the theory that dinosaurs had survived until the end of the Cretaceous. In other words, almost all of them had been wiped out long before that. The only place where there were fossils that did support the traditional theory were here in North America, which suggested that it was the very last place on Earth to have been inhabited by dinosaurs. Not everyone agreed with this analysis at the time, but let's say he had it right. That would mean that there's evidence of mass extinction hidden here, right beneath our feet. Evidence which could prove invaluable to understanding the one on the horizon. Did dinosaurs who happen to live here just get lucky? Or is there something special about this place that allowed them to survive? I'd love to get to the bottom of it, but I'm not sure I have what it takes. I'm not like Hartman. I don't have dooms or any other unique traits. Still, I want to make myself useful. I want to research the Stranding and help uncover the truth behind it. That is why I joined the expedition team after all. Alright, that's the end of that. We have to turn that key in. Alright, I got to pee, so I'll be back in a minute. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of this video. I know that some of the VODs can get a little bit long, so I do appreciate you sticking around. I'd like to ask real quick if you have a friend or someone close to you who you think would like a clip or a portion or even the whole stream, please feel free to reach out to them and share this with them. I'm always looking for more respectful people to come hang out and have some fun. If you've already done that or want to help me out some other way, feel free to check out the video description for some other ways you can help support me. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.